So to recap, this video is... I did not... 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't think of the thing. I've been doing this for 10 years, and you think that'd be the first thing you would do. Hello, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Odyssey. In the previous episode... Sorry, I got distracted because I always love when Mario does a pose when he does a triple jump. That's always a fun little detail. I think that also originated in Donkey Kong 94 of all things, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, in the previous episode, we played Luigi's Balloon World. And in today's video, we'll be going through all the kingdoms and stuff like that to showcase a very special kind of Power Moon. And I'm gonna let you know right now, we're kind of actually recording these a little bit out of order. The episode after this one is the one that I recorded first, so there may be a couple inconsistencies here and there, but we're just going to pretend that everything is normal. The first stop on our adventure is going to be the Cap Kingdom. Sponsored by Crazy Cap. I'm sorry, I just love this costume so much, it just looks so derpy. It looks really derpy and it's really amusing and stuff like that, so yeah, this one is kind of funny. It honestly reminds me of the costumes that cast members will wear in Toy Story Land and things like that. I don't know what it is about, it's not even the same colors or anything like that, but just something about the pattern just makes me think of that. So this right here, this will be the first thing that we'll be taking care of in this video. There are going to be paintings like this that spread all across the world of Super Mario Odyssey, and they'll give you some hints and things like that. So, this is going to be the first hint art. That's basically going to be the focus of this episode. Hint arts are going to be done in like 2 parts, where you'll find the artwork hidden somewhere in the level, and then you'll try to determine where that artwork takes you and things like that. There's going to be a couple of different versions of this, which we'll be showcasing over the course of the Let's Play. The first one's going to be what we'll be doing now, and the rest of it will be handled on another day. So it makes a little bit more sense when we get to that point, but to get there, it kind of involves those things we haven't seen yet, so we're not going to be taking care of that at the moment. That artwork is going to be taking us over to the Moon Kingdom, so yay, this is going to be a globe-trotting adventure! Whee! There's a star, Mario, waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us because he wants some yummy pies. There's a star, Mario, waiting in the sky. I can't come up with any more lyrics than that. So, we're back to the Moon Kingdom. This is going to be a pretty interesting spot. There'll be a couple of our friends over here. So, we'll have the artwork up on screen right now, and you'll be able to see what it means. We'll talk to these people a little bit later in our adventure, but the thing that I currently care about the most is right here. Yay! Found with Cap Kingdom Art. That wasn't a colon, it was a design on this guy, Shavarian, that made it look like a colon. I can't read apparently. Hey, Captain Toad, how you doing? I probably didn't want to do this. You beat Bowser! I mean, you always do, but still, good job! Oh, and I haven't been slacking off either. I found a power moon for you. I meant to do this later. Thanks, Captain Toad. Alright, well, aw, our planet is so pretty. It really is. Just, wow. This view is amazing. Like, when interstellar travel becomes available to everybody in like 2 years or so, this is going to be like a huge tourist spot. Just like getting amazing views of the Earth and stuff like that. It's so pretty. Why is it taking so long to... There we go. Let's move onward. Over here is going to be the next thing of art. So we go right here, and we've vaguely seen that building before somewhere, and it's between a 6 and a 3. Intriguing indeed. Now, why couldn't it have been a 4? Why couldn't it be 624 just like the Nintendo 624? Nintendo, what's wrong with you? I mean, I know the Splatoon devs literally forgot Super Mario Hot Sunshine existed, but did you really have to forget Super Mario 64 existed? For that specific spot that could have been a reference, but no, you didn't want to make it a reference. No, I didn't want to do that yet. I wanted to destroy the bird. Well, fine then. I see how it is. You don't want me to commit mass murder. Probably a good idea. So here we go. Checkpoint flag, activate. Yay. Okie dokie. So... over here is going to be the Crazy Cap shop and things like that, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I believe it's going to be somewhere around here? No. Uh-huh. Well, this is certainly the predicament that we may never be able to solve. But just in case... Nope. Okay, that's a problem. Right then, so I guess that's another thing that I'll get to show off in an eventual episode. Man, is it going to be a running trend to, like, accidentally collect power stars we're not meant to get yet? Because if it is, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I see where they're going with this. We're banging on all cylinders now. Alright, so it's the rock formation that's the puzzle. We got the building, and we got the 3 rocks, or the 6 rocks right here, and the 3 rocks right here, so 1, 2, 3. Not that one. That's the one. That's the way. We like it. Alright, so as we go across this area, I guess I'll go into that story of why I was kind of rushing through, going through the Bowser Kingdom and things like that. So, under normal circumstances, I would have taken my time through that and tried to complete it as much of it as I possibly could. But here's the thing about that. So, when I was trying to get through all that, I was in a bit of a hurry because I was in the middle of moving. My goodness, that move was extremely stressful. So, yeah, I was trying to rush through that as quickly as I could to get the videos ready so that they'd still be uploaded before I had to move and things like that, because I did not want to have to go through a thing where it would be like several weeks or so, or maybe even months before I'd be able to upload again, just in case, because that has happened on the channel before. More times than I care to admit. But, yeah, that's kind of the big reason why I was rushing through that. We will still get all those power moons and stuff like that when we do eventually get over there, as well as anything else that we missed, because I think we may have missed a few. We got everything in here, I believe, but I think we may have missed a couple of them in the Wooded Kingdom, at least. So, over in this direction, there's going to be another thing. I believe these become available after you defeat Bowser. So, Oh, this one is super vague and cryptic. I don't think we can ever do this one. We might as well give up now. We might as well give up now and just never play through this game again. So over here, these are going to be the dinosaur bones that we saw in the picture and stuff. So what we want to do is ground pound the spot where there would have been another one. So that's pretty fun. That looks like a good spot to practice for my next race. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually really cute. The idea of a Shivering, like, rolling down this. Oh my god, that'd be super adorable. I'd love to see that someday. I don't think we can capture a Shiverian here, unfortunately. I believe that's only in the Snow Kingdom. So that's a bit on the unfortunate side. 0 out of 10. Hope I never play this game ever again. Remember being on a... There it is. Hehe. Alright, so this is the Sand Kingdom, presumably. It's going to be near the one Koopa Trooper with the hat, who would never be able to appear in a Paper Mario game. Wait, regional coins. Did we not come back for these? I could have sworn we did. I'm scared to look at the stats here, because I remember missing a few here. How much are we missing in this place? Yeah, we might need to come back here at another time. I think what happened was that I was practicing for a video, and then I just kind of didn't record it because there were kind of longer gaps between being able to record this game when the main series was ongoing. So, yeah, that was probably bound to happen with how big this game is. That definitely did happen with Breath of the Wild because, like, there was like a really long gap between recording sessions. Did Cappy look bored? Cappy looked so bored. Did you see his face? Oh my goodness, that was funny. That was quite humorous indeed. Alright, so this one is a little bit trickier than I initially believed. So we're going to go back over this way and find the Cooper Trooper again. I was initially thinking it was these bushes over here, but no, we gotta go north and go a little further away than we would have initially thought. We're gonna keep going this way until we find like 2 bushes and stuff like that. Eventually we'll hopefully be able to find it, but that's gonna be like our big hint that it's gonna be located somewhere. This might be right here. Yay! And this one is blue. Hey, what are you doing up here? How do we get down? I've never been up so. Oh, this poor thing is so scared! Oh, that poor thing. We climbed up here, but it's too high. Oh, these poor things. Oh, I'm so sad for them. Oh, that's so sad. I mean, I love heights and things like that, because, like, those have, like, really nice views and stuff like that. Although I will say I don't particularly care that much over looking directly over a ledge and things like that. Like, okay, let's say this right here would be fine. Looking over this railing though, like directly downwards, yeah, that'd be a problem. But it's not like something that I wouldn't do. It's just like an uneasy feeling and things like that. So that's a little bit on the amusing side. So in my notes, I wrote that I was on the triangle building, and it looks like I was correct for once in my sad, pathetic, meaningless existence. We go over here and we see a familiar face. Hey there, Poochie, how's it going? I will say, you look very weird to me. And this is probably just me, but Poochie without the yarn texture from Yoshi's Woolly World just looks wrong. I'm sorry, but that's the way the Poochie was meant to look. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care that Poochie debuted in Yoshi's Island and things like that. Poochie was meant to be made out of yarn. That is the only acceptable appearance of the Poochie. Also, I gotta say, the Poochie amiibo is honestly gotta be like one of the cutest things Nintendo's ever made, because it's just so cute. It's got like a really cute plushy texture to it. It's just really adorable and stuff like that. And the tongue, like you can like move it to make it look like Poochie is like licking stuff. So it's like an actual dog and things like that. It's really adorable. Right, there was an 8-bit Mario that was floating in the air. That's funny. Alright, so in the Lake Kingdom, the mighty Lake Kingdom, the gator singing tonight. That song does not match this world at all. I don't know why I was singing that. I don't know why I sing anything. Why do I do stuff? So where is this stupid thing? There it is. There's the stupid thing. Found with Metro Kingdom Art. Yay! Back in the greatest place in existence. Mustache Man, you're back! Yay! And I do have a mustache, so that could also apply to me as well. We look right there, and quite a familiar face, isn't it? Also, this tropical wiggler is adorable. I love the tropical wiggler so much. They're easily one of the best parts of this whole game. We're just saying a lot because Mario Odyssey is really fun. I tend to say that a lot about this game, that this is like one of my favorite parts of the game, and then I'll say the entire thing is my favorite part of the game. That's basically been the commentary for this whole Let's Play. In case you can't tell, I really like this game. One thing I'm a little bit sad about with this game is that there's no way we can like go directly behind a waterfall or anything like that, so I can't do a gag with referencing the Jungle Cruise by saying that we're about to enter the gate, the wonder of the world, the backside of water, or anything like that. So let's continue on over this way. And I believe this is the thing we wanted to activate. Yay, it is! This is a really cool color. I know we've seen all these colors before, but I haven't really commented on them before, but like seeing the difference back to back like this, it definitely does look really cool. Like, the orange one, honestly, it kind of looks like a starburst. Like, you can just bite down into it, and it'd be all, like, juicy and stuff, and it'd be yummy and delicious and everything. New products added to the shop. Oh, boy! She sells seashells by the seaside. A tongue twister is usually very difficult to say, but it's especially bad for me because I have trouble with SHs. I don't know what it is, but Ever since I've been a kid and things like that, like, ever since I was a lad, I've always had trouble pronouncing the SHs and all that stuff. Alright, so I believe that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is going to be located up in this direction. This one is interesting. And it took me a little while to figure this one out. So I'm gonna tell you a bit of a story. I'll keep this picture on screen so I can continue talking about it with visual references and things like that. But when I was playing this game the first time, that was like the one picture that I had the hardest time figuring out and things like that, because I kept focusing on the black part of it, thinking that it was a platform or something that was somewhere in the kingdom. My first thought was that maybe it was in the Bowser's kingdom, and there's like some kind of like funny looking platform there that I hadn't seen or anything like that. And then as I go through it, and I'm having like the most difficult part of the world trying to figure this one out, so eventually my sister starts playing through the game. She figures out immediately. And we'll talk about that just a little bit more when we get down there. After Cappy inevitably talks about the moon rock that's like 5 feet in front of us. Again, it bothers me a lot when games give you the same hints over and over again. I do get it that they want you to open up the moon rocks as soon as possible, but still, it's annoying. It is not a very pleasant experience. So yeah, you see the picture, and you see the thing. Yeah, you're supposed to be looking at the white part of it, like the empty space, and notice that it's supposed to say keep. Yeah, my sister figured that out immediately, and it took me a while to figure that out on my own. So that's a bit of a fun time. In my notes, I wrote that this painting is located in the bluish-purple mountain. That doesn't help me at all, past Lady Gear. The entire mountain is bluish-purple. So it's this area we're gonna want to go to. Because if we backtrack just a little bit and go towards the cheese, throw the cheese. And let's not fall to our mild inconvenience. Up here is the painting. I don't know why I didn't see it before. Ah, Poochie is underwater. Oh, that's cute. Could Poochie even go underwater in the Yoshi games? Because, like, I don't think there are any underwater levels in Yoshi's Woolly World. I don't remember if that's the case or not. I don't think there's any in Yoshi's Island, so who knows? Maybe Poochie can swim. I'm not too familiar with the deep, intricate lore of the Yoshiverse. That sounds like a really funny, like, Spider-Man parody, like, Yoshi into the Yoshiverse, or something like that. Could you imagine if they did something like that? Like, maybe after, like, the Super Mario Bros. Movie comes out, they'll have, like, a Yoshi movie, and it's, like, a bunch of different Yoshi colors, but they're all treated like different universes. And it's like, actually, that'd be kind of cool to see. Seeing, like, regular Mario Yoshi, but then Yoshi's Island Yoshi, but then Yoshi's Crafted World Yoshi, but then Yoshi's Woolly World Yoshi. Huh. They're never going to do that, but it's still an interesting thought. On the topic of the Mario movie and things like that, so I'm going to talk about that for a little bit because, well, this is a Mario game and I can do whatever I want to show. So, yeah, the movie had a trailer and it looks pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, it may honestly be like one of the movies I've been looking forward to the most for a while. So, like, I think Jack Black is going to be, like, a really awesome Bowser and things like that. He sounds incredible in that role. I don't think we've heard enough of Mario to really know how well the final thing is going to turn out. So, I'm a little bit more hesitant to say my opinion on that yet. But I will say that I really do hope this sets a trend for more Nintendo movies in the future. Because there are, like, so many things you could do with the Nintendo games to turn them into movies and things like that. The obvious one would be, like, The Legend of Zelda, because it's a very detailed story and things like that, and there's a lot you can do with it. I do hope that if they do make more Nintendo movies and things like that, that they go with the route they seem to be going with this one, where they come up with an original story. Because, as much as I love The Legend of Zelda, the stories for those games work well in those games, so I don't think like having a movie or a TV adaptation of Ocarina of Time or something like that would really do the story of it justice or anything. They could definitely take inspirations from that and stuff like that, but I don't think doing like a one-on-one adaptation would work very well for a movie. But what I really hope they do, they're not going to do this because it seems like they're not doing it for the Mario movie either. But I would like to see like a... I know this is really silly, but I would genuinely like to see a video game adaptation of the movie. Because I just think the idea of that is funny. Because they have a video game that gets adapted into a movie, but the movie gets adapted into a video game. I just think that's pretty funny. No! I didn't want to get that regional coin yet. Alright, well, that's gonna make keeping track of these things fun. Yeah, boy, that's gonna, I just know that's gonna make it even more of a pain to edit that stupid video. It's gonna make it even more of a pain to edit that stupid video. Egg, I say. Well, here's the next one. Here's the next coin, painting, whatever you want to call this. It's another one in the Sand Kingdom. So that's gonna be fun. Where is that? Is that in the northern part? I think that's in the northern part of the kingdom. So I guess it gets to go back to the Sand Kingdom for the third time in this bloody video. I mean, I like the Sand Kingdom, but I feel like complaining and stuff because things have been mildly inconvenient in this recording session. How dare it? Everything should be convenient. There should be no effort in the universe. That is just silly. That is as silly as a sandwich. So I'm an idiot who apparently doesn't know how to tell compass directions. So, yeah, in my notes I wrote that the moon is located near a cactus at the northern edge of the map, but no, that's not accurate at all. It's in the north-south, western part of it. I always have to like think for moments before knowing which for sure which. Like I can read a compass and things like that just fine. It says I can never remember off the top of my head whether or not west is left or right. But then I gotta think about it. But then it's been thought of. So the thinking process is over, and now the doing process is starting. That sounds very dirty. I might edit that out. I'm editing that part out. There's no way that's going in the final video. Wah, wah, wah. One thing I definitely will appreciate about the final part of this game is that they don't make you do the final boss with the low gravity. Because even though that would have been an interesting mechanic for the final boss, the thing about that though is that introducing something like that right before the final boss isn't a very good game design. So I'm really happy that it was just more so contained to building up towards the thing to drive home the fact that, hey, look, we're on the moon now, so we might be able to do moon stuff. Where is this stupid painting? Oh, it's in the interior of the building. Uh-huh. Well, this is going to be our next location, so that's going to be fun. I don't think we ever actually get to see Poochie in person in this game, which is a little bit on the unfortunate side, because I really do like Poochie. I know he probably wasn't the best in the original Yoshi's Island, and I haven't actually played that part in the original game. I just know that a lot of people weren't really looking forward to Poochie's return in Yoshi's Woolly World, but then the game came out, I was like, oh, wait, Poochie is actually kind of awesome in Woolly's World. I don't know if it's in Crafted Order or anything like that, because like I haven't actually played that one yet. It's a bit of a fun reason why I haven't played Yoshi's Crafted World, which I would not be getting into in this video because I don't feel like talking about that. But what I will talk about is how awesome pizza is. Pizza it's a pretty interesting food because you cook it into a circle, you cut it into triangles, and then you put it into a square. Have you ever thought about that? Like, that's something I think about every now and then. It's like, come on, pizza, pick a shape. I will say, continuing this tangent, I know I said this before on a video. I think it was the Gerudo Koroks in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But one thing that'll always bother me. People who complain about pineapple on pizza. Like, yeah, I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. or slice of pizza rather. But if you're gonna complain about like a fruit or a vegetable on a pizza, complain about frickin' onions. Because think about it, onions on pizza is blasphemy. Like I don't mind like pineapples on pizza and stuff. I usually like it and stuff, but onions on pizza just does not work. Because think about it, onions blend into the cheese. They blend into the cheese, so you can't possibly see them coming. So if you don't know the onions are on there, that's like a horrible surprise. So you bite into the pizza thinking, this cheese pizza sounds yummy. I'm going to enjoy it with every fiber of my being. Nope, here comes the onions. Here comes the onions. The onions come in and ruin everything because they blend into the cheese and you can't possibly know they're gonna be there. And you're like, this pizza tastes kind of weird. Is there like a string or something like in here? But then now, you go into the pizza and you realize there was an onion in there the entire time. And you have been betrayed by the people you trusted the most. The people who made that pizza for you. And you'll never be able to experience love ever again. Because of the onions! So the thing we're going to do is going to be look it over in this direction. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out how to do this stupid thing. We go here, and there's a stupid power moon. Yay, we got the darn thing. I almost said a bad language word, but then I didn't. I remember one time, like this was a long time ago before the Wii U was a thing. Back when the console was still known as Project Cafe. Yes, I'm that old. So there were rumors and things like that about the new console that it was about to announce at E3, and one of the things I remember seeing was this one. I don't remember if it was like an actual rumor or anything like that, but the idea was that the next console would still use Wii remotes. But there's also another rumor that believed that the next console would have a controller with a screen on it. So there was one article that tried combining the two ideas into a Wii remote that had a little mini screen. It was basically the same idea, except I think the screen was located where the home button is on the Wii remote. And I remember looking at that thinking, okay, cool, but what purpose would that possibly serve? But then, you know, like the things were announced and Wii U Gamepad came into existence, which, by the way, if I could find one prototype in the world for anything, I would love to own a prototype for the Wii U Gamepad. Well, first of all, this right here, there's going to be something that's going to be pretty interesting to take a look at, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to want to keep that in mind as we continue onwards. But yeah, the original Wii U Gamepad looked a little bit different than the version we eventually got. So I believe they took the criticisms of the gamepad from the E3 and things like that and applied that to fix the final version. The original version originally didn't have like those little grips on the back of it at all. Instead, it was just like a flat back, like you were holding a tablet or something like that. But it also had like the circle pads on them rather than a proper thumbstick. I think the screen was also just a little bit smaller too or something like that. But there was one person who had pointed out that the Wii U gamepad was a bit lighter than their iPad, which I do believe that is the same case for the final gamepad. But that is one prototype from Nintendo's history that I would love to own someday. Probably not going to happen because it's probably never going to be a thing where we'll eventually like find prototype consoles and things like that. But if I could choose one, that would be my choice, because I think the original Wii U gamepad, even though the final gamepad looks significantly better than the original ones, I do think the original one still looks kind of interesting, and even if I wouldn't actually be able to use it with my original Wii U and things like that, it'd still be neat to kind of like pretend. Alright, so we can see the tower off in the distance over there. So I believe we want to make sure we can ground pound the thing. Maybe right here. Maybe a little further. No, it's back here. Alright. We gotta be at like a very specific angle for this to work. There we go. It plays the jingle from Super Mario 64. I know I already gushed about that in the previous episode, but I just love that detail so much. Alright, finishing off this globetrotting adventure in this episode in the place where we all started. That's going to be it for this episode of Super Mario Odyssey. So thank you all so much for watching this video. In the next episode, we'll be going across the Cap Kingdom and taking care of everything else here that we haven't seen already. So thank you all so much for watching this episode, and next time, Lady Gator to you. Oh yeah. Let's try to have the thing a little bit more positioned frame. There we go. That's a good end screen look. Maybe a little more this way. There we go. Now I'll see you until next time, Lady Gator to you. Oh yeah. Okay. Goodbye. Get out of here. Go away.